This is all about the COVID pandemic and us and how we're going to get through it. I'm Barry Kibrick. This is not just a societal issue. This is an issue we have control over, and that is how we ourselves will react. The COVID pandemic is the worst thing I've experienced in, I think, forever. And it has affected all of us on so many levels. But you know what it also has done? It has exposed the flaws in so many of our bureaucracies, from our local, city, state, and federal governments, to our media, to our justice system, to our educational system. You name it, this virus has really allowed us to see the flaws. Not that we want to, but that they are there. And by noticing them, we will have the opportunity to clean them up. But here's another problem. Although almost all of us want the same things. We want peace, we want good health, we want a good life for our family. We are being driven by a wedge between our political parties and the media. We feel, instead of united, divided. We're going to have to work on that. But the way we begin is with ourselves. And by the way, many of us are in different situations with different standings. The poor kids 18 to 35, that gap of their lives is almost unbearable. They were supposed to be graduating from high school, starting college, looking for new jobs, having relationships, and everything has come to a halt. And now when we see them having COVID parties. But listen to me. That's just, again, the hype of the media. Most of our young people are caring, empathetic, looking out for their families and their elders who are most vulnerable. We just don't get exposed to them as we should. And by looking inward, we'll see, and they'll see, that that is the truth. Now, the biggest problem is the size of the problem itself. This is massive, but we can narrow the scope when we look inward. And when we do so, no, it is not easy. There is nothing ever easy. At best, what we can do is find the ease within the effort. But it all takes effort. But it is also all very doable. Now, I am not going to give you a bunch of tips on how to improve yourself. We know what to do. We can meditate, we can exercise, drink more water, eat better. You name it, we should do it, okay? But what I'm telling you this time really allows us to do is to dig deep and to do the soul searching that is going to be required for us to get out of our own situations. And trust me, it will then propel us as a society to fix the flaws we've seen and move forward and be better than ever. Now, this really is a chance for an internal and an external do-over. It's a rare moment in history. We must take advantage of it rather than it take advantage of us. The move forward will require awareness. And what that big gap right now is between knowledge and wisdom is the awareness to turn that knowledge into wisdom and that wisdom into action. That is the chasm we must cross, but we must cross it, and we must do it on the individual scale, for that's the only way. If we try to attack this on a societal level right now, we will be banging our heads against the bureaucratic walls that are too thick to penetrate. But once we hone ourselves down, sharpen ourselves to the point where we can make and pierce those walls, we will see a brighter and better future. Now, we need the space to do this. And that is what this pandemic is giving us. The space to pause and the time to pause. I became aware of this while I was watching some EMT and firemen in action. I noticed something and it stuck with me. In fact, I made sure that I got a chance to see it twice to make sure I wasn't just experiencing it as a flaw. What it was they never run. You'll be amazed. No matter what the crisis is, they do not run. They walk. Now, they do so for a few reasons when I inquired. One, of course, it is safer to walk when you're holding all this equipment. But the real reason is it gives them the pause. It gives them time to think of how they're going to respond to the situation once they're there. And that is why they do so. It gives them a moment to pause and then act quickly with purpose. And that is what this time of crisis is doing for us. It is allowing us to pause, to analyze, to be critical thinkers, to see and understand ourselves better than ever. I'm Barry Kibrick. When we do this, our state of mind will change. We will feel a calmness come over us. We will clearly see the purpose and how we can meet this challenge. And when we do this for ourselves, it will become more contagious than this virus ever was. Thank you all for allowing me to share this time with you. I especially want to thank my patrons who allow me to do this every week. Without their help, I couldn't do it. I hope you'll consider becoming a patron. Just visit my website at www.barrykibrick.com. Click on the patron button. For as little as $2 a month, you help us keep going. And I so appreciate all of you who do that. Of course, you can give more, but that's all that we need, and we can make this every week. But even more importantly, I want you to subscribe to this channel. Of course, I'd love you to hit the little heart and like it. Click on the bell so that you can be notified every time we post an episode. But even more important, and this is the key, if you find these chats of value to yourselves, I beg of you to share them with others who can benefit. Either email them to a friend, post them on your social media, whatever you do. I want more people to benefit if you believe that these help you as well. Till next time, stay safe and stay healthy.